You need to keep working. Okay, now let's work on the cut. Now he's slowing down. He doesn't have the speed that he started with. Listen to me. Listen to me. You're a veteran. Give him a class there.
Well, he'd like to give some schooling to Abner, but it's Morel using the double jab. Now, that was a nice counter right hand by Eric Morel early in the round. And he was keeping his distance very well early in the round. But then, as he pushes a right hand, he gets nailed with an overhand right by Morel. And as the round progressed, Morel did better.
I had Eric Morel winning the majority of that round, but boy, when these shots like that at the end of the round, I think, you know, Abner could have stolen that round.
Yeah, it's possible.
7th round of 12 for the vacant WBC Super Bantamweight title. Two former world champions at different stages of their careers. Abner Mares, the young gun at 26. Eric Morel, 36 years old, on the other side, looking for one more big day.
Looks like Eric Morel is determined to press right now in this round. He's backing Abner Mares up a little bit, but he has to let his hand go, Gus. He just has to land something big, and I haven't seen it yet.
Morel very defensive in this fight.
Our tweeters getting on the bandwagon for Mares Moreno, who, of course, this fight's not over with yet, but we saw Anselmo Moreno perform very well, and we're seeing Mares perform well.
And, you know, that's a great possibility because they're under the same promotional banner.
That's
you know,
right.
normally, back in the day when Don King was promoting, he had both fighters in these championship fights. They thought it was a foreign thing to do, but right now, the only way to get those big fights are if they're under the same umbrella. You see what's going on with Pacquiao and Mayweather. They can't do business.
Yeah, when it's possible, it certainly helps, and we'd like to see more cooperation from the promoters, but in the event that you can do it within the same umbrella, you should. And that would be a great fight.
I like that tweet. Mares Moreno sounds good.
Mares, again, working the body effectively. And yet Eric Morel, it's interesting, you would have thought he would have wilted even more at this point with those shots. He's still hanging in there.
He's still hanging in there because he wants this fight. He's doing everything he can.
All right, let's bring in Chuck Giampa with this unofficial scorecard.
Gus, up to now, I have a shutout for Abner Mares. What set the pace in the early part of the fight was that right at the end of the round one for Mares. I don't think Morel recovered from that. Although the 6th round was Morel's best round, I don't think it was enough for him to win the round. Sometimes it's their best round, but was it enough to win the round? I didn't think so.
And the biggest change for Abner Mares in this fight, thank you very much, Chuck, is that he's educated that right hand. He's thrown it in a number of different ways. Behind the elbow with the right hook, he's thrown it as a looping right hand, as a straight right hand, and also as a can-opening right hand, and it's given Morel a lot of problems in this fight tonight.
Yeah, that overhand, he hasn't solved it. Like I said, I think he needs to get up under it. Instead, he's trying to catch it, and a lot of times those punches land.
There it is again. And an interesting spectator, Anselmo Moreno, who won his fight tonight. Moreno sitting back as he defeated David De La Mora, stopping him in the 9th round.
That's an inscrutable look on his face.
Yeah, I don't think he's impressed with what he's seeing.
It's interesting. Well, I gotta be a little impressed. You know, we've talked about Mares, and we just talked about how good his right hand has been in this fight. He will work to the body with this right hand and then come with it to the head. And as Antonio pointed out earlier, against the ropes, not a good posture for Eric Morel. And then when Morel throws the left hook, it languishes out there, and there comes the right by Mares behind it.
It seems like Abner Mares, he got hit with the left hook, but he always finished what Eric Morel starts, and it keeps him ahead in this fight.
Now, Morel coming out trying to start quickly with a big smile, catches another looping right hand. One thing Mares has done tonight, he's been a very solid combination puncher. He's put his punches together and made Morel think about multiple things.
He's also had very good defense in this fight. His defense has been excellent. He slipped a lot of punches and blocked a number of them as well. Frank Espinosa, Mares' manager, is utterly convinced that Abner can become a superstar in the sport because of the abilities he's shown here, and also because he has a fan base both in America and, of course, in Mexico as well.
Short left hook by Mares as Morel ties him up. Ooh, another big whipping right hand.
That was after Morel landed a good combination.
And that uppercut has found a home for Eric Morel.
Yes. He's
busted Abner Mares' nose and maybe, cut him in the mouth. Another straight right hand by Eric Morel.
Eric Morel normally is a very effective jabber. Not so in this fight, and that was demonstrated in the last round where he was 0 for 8. That looks like my batting average during part of my baseball career. I know you hit better than me, because I know.
Not much better, Al.
Well, Eric Morel is doing a good job of keeping this round in the center of the square. I mean, he doesn't really absorb a lot of punishment from there, and it gives him a good chance, or his best chance, to land some combination punches.
And you made a great point earlier. He is landing that uppercut, and it has done a little damage. So that's something to hang his hat on anyway. The big issue in round 8 is, can he in any way hurt Abner Mares? Those are some body shots by Abner Mares. And again, against the ropes. Very bad for Eric Morel.
Oh! That was a good counter left hand by Eric Morel, and it seemed like it stopped Abner Mares in his tracks.
The first one that I think got a reaction from Abner Mares.
9 seconds remaining in the 8th round. Abner Mares, Eric Morel for the vacant WBC Super Bantamweight title. Eric Morel's mom, Nareda Velasquez, watching her son.
We're losing the fight. You need to tighten up. Let's put a little water on his head. You really have to pressure him now. He's hurt. Come on, Eric. Attack him. Don't be in front of him, but attack him. Lateral movements will do the job. Give him some more water.
We begin the 9th round, scheduled for 12 of the vacant WBC Super Bantamweight title. And thus far, this fight has belonged to young Abner Mares in the black and white trunks as he takes on Eric Little Hands of Steel Morel in the gold and white.
The story of this fight can be told in our short statistic that the average in this fight, 61 thrown by Mares per round, landing 26. Morel has averaged 40 punches thrown and 9 landed.
Very good tweet there, Al. One of our tweeters saying that he's surprised that Morel hasn't used the jab, and actually That is a very good point.
Yeah, hasn't been able to establish it. Now there he is against the ropes again in that terrible posture for him. Normally we'd see Eric Morel wheel off quickly.
Yeah.
He hasn't been able to do that.
No, he's absorbed a lot of body shots, and maybe that slowed him down a little bit. But yeah, the jab is his trademark. I mean, that's what you can pretty much count on from Eric Morel. But for some reason, he just abandoned it tonight.
Eric Morel, 12-2 in 12-round fights, and Mares is 4-0-1. But right now, the punishment that Morel has taken makes that record, that 12-2 record, not a statistic that might hold up.
And it looks like Abner Mares' timing has been very good. When Morel does jab, he's been able to time him to throw that right hand over the top, that looping right hand.
If I can get in Eric Morel's head, I would believe that he's thinking maybe he's took some big shots, and maybe he feel like he got to land something big rather than trying to set everything up with the jab.
Yeah, could be big left hook by Morel. It's an interesting point, Antonio. He's behind so far in this fight. He may be trying to set up that one punch he thinks might stun or hurt Mares. And there's the uppercut, which has been his best punch. Although those two jabs were effective.
Ooh, Mares just digging to the body.
He's catching a lot of that on his arms. I mean, I don't know if they're getting through to the point where it's causing a lot of harm, but it still doesn't look good in the judge's eye.
End of round 9.